It's everyone's favorite series. It's the top 10 series. Except today, we're using only crate units. With all the new crates coming out, there's so many juicy units out there. So I thought I could rank them all based on how strong they are, how cool they look, how amazing look, how cute they are. Who said that? Also, we're still trying to do the impossible of trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by end of the month. So if you haven't already, press that subscribe button. But I'll go see you at number 10. Full disclaimer before getting into this list, I completely let the Titan crate go over my head. I think every one of those units would be on this list. I'm sorry, I recorded this video at 2:47 a.m. in the morning. And I have to go to breakfast for a meeting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I still have to edit this video and make the thumbnail. So I do apologize. If you hate me, I understand. Hyper would be number 1. Let's get past this. Let's go to number 10. Coming in at number 10 is a unit that will probably shock a lot of people. Mainly because of how freaking rare this unit is. It's going to be none other than the Spider TV. The Spider TV came in the Spider crate that only had a 0.1 chance of being summoned. So yes, it is one of the most rare units in the entire game. It has a DPS of 10,000, which is significantly low considering how rare it is. And it doesn't have any unique special abilities rather than the fact that it can't get stunned and it's movable along the track. I mean, something cool about the Spider TV is that it has 3 legs and it consists of a vintage style static television on its head with 2 other static antennas. Besides for that, there really isn't anything much to talk about of the Spider TV. Super med unit, however, it is the 10th strongest on this list, and it narrowly edges a bunch of other really close units. Alright, let's head to number 9. Coming in at number 9 is going to be one of the newest units added to the game, and it's going to be none other than the mother freaking Egg Launcher Cameraman. The Egg Launcher Cameraman actually isn't too good, but it's still a pretty strong unit nonetheless. It's highly recommended to get this unit to level 3 as fast as possible because its cooldown kinda sucks. As you can see right here as he's struggling to kill easy mode toilets because he can't keep up with them. However, he does max out a DPS of 12,500, which is still pretty impressive feat nonetheless, and he does do splash damage, so he's going to be able to take you farther along the game than most other units. So for that reason, that's why we're going to find ourselves the Egg Launcher coming in at number 9. And coming in at number 8 to save the day, considering the Egg Launcher Cameraman is struggling over there, it's going to be none other than the Large Turkey Speaker Man. This came out in the Turkey crate, and it came out a long time ago. This unit might actually be one of my favorites in the game, and I think honestly one of the most underrated units in the game. For most of the time, you can buy it for less gems than the Egg Launcher. I spent 500 to get this for this video alone. However, the Large Turkey Speaker Man is actually a lot better. His AoE range in the circle is insane because when you max him out, he's doing 9,000 damage. It is debatably one of the weakest units that can fully solo Nightmare Mode completely on his own. For those reasons alone, that's why he's going to be number 8 on this list. He's also just kind of him. Look at how dapper he is. I wish I could look that cool. Oh wait, let's go to number 7. No matter the circumstance, no matter how fitting it is, you guys always get mad at me for glazing this man. However, this just makes the most sense. Coming in at number 7, I do in fact have the Chef Boy. This Chef Boy has a DPS of 16,000 and also has a 50% slowdown capability. This is insanely strong, and I also do like pineapple on pizza. It was one of the first explosive units, if not the first explosive unit added to the game. And not only this, but when I used him on the egg map, he almost soloed the map completely on his own. I don't know if you guys watched that video or not, but he's actually insanely strong. So for everyone trying to say that he's overrated, I think I just disagree. I think he's a super strong unit, and that's why he's going to be number 7 on this list. And if you don't like pineapple on pizza, I understand. But sometimes you got to get a little bit fruity. What does that even mean, Hopeless? Let's just go to number 6. And to no one's surprise, the next unit on the list is going to be also from the Turkey update. And that's not the Turkey update. Hopeless, hello, get your stuff together. It's from the Halloween crate. It's going to be the Corrupted Cameraman, which I don't have access to, which is why you can't see it on the screen right now. However, in case you're wondering, the Corrupted Cameraman does 25,000 damage per second, and he has a range of 50. So imagine this range, except doubled, and only single attack. So a lot of units are stronger than him because he is only a single attack unit. However, he is the 4th rarest unit in the entire game. I don't think any of them are rarely ever for sale in the marketplace. So even if you want him, You can't have him. But in my opinion, I think the Cupid Cameraman's a little overrated and kind of overused in a weird way. Okay, let's just go to number 5. In case you guys didn't know, I put a lot of research into these videos to make sure my picks are actually pretty accurate, at least for the most part, even though you guys will disagree no matter what. But coming at number 5 is not even a hot take at all. It is hands down going to be the Cupid Camera Woman. She actually has the lowest DPS on this list. Not by far, but definitely the lowest DPS on this list. Yes, she only does 9,000 DPS. But how many other legendary units do you know that can fully solo Nightmare Mode completely on their own? The Cupid Camera Woman was the first of her kind. The first unit to ever be able to pierce through toilets. A super awesome and innovative idea. And not only that, but she's ridiculously cheap. She has one of the best DPS per dollar spent in the entire game because her DPS is essentially unlimited. She can shoot through units after units after units after units and just doing an insane amount of damage per second. And for that reason, there's no way she could fall down lower than number 5 on this list. Now let's head on over to number 4. Coming up next is also from the Valentine's Day unit. If you couldn't see right here, a healer TV woman healed your city. It is going to be none other than the healer TV woman herself. The healer TV woman maxes out a DPS of 20,000. She does splash damage. She also increases the HP of your base. She's a support unit. She's a hot unit. She's a great looking. She's a great DPS unit that's super strong in her own unique ability that nothing else does. Like I said, super unique and super crazy. Not only that, she can solo Nightmare Mode on her own, and she is the rarest unit of the Valentine's Day crate. Frankly, I think she was kind of undermined because a lot of units kind of are a lot better than her. And from her crate, she was not a Titan unit, which we're used to seeing. So a lot of people undervalue how much she's actually worth. But we're not going to undervalue her right here, right now. We are going to put her where she belongs. At number 4 of the strongest crate units in Toilet Tower Defense. You keep healing, healer. You keep healing. Now let's go to number 3. So before we jump into number 3, number 2, there's going to be no surprise that it's going to be both the godly units that are in both of these crates. 2 of the only godlies that exist out of 3. The most recent godly being the Mech Bunny Titan, and that being the Titan Present Man. But who's number 1, who's number 2, and who's number 3? Coming in at number 3, I'm actually going to put down the Mech Bunny Titan. And I know everyone's going to say, Hoplas, what are you talking about? It has a super cool unique ability called the Rabbit. It can buff units. It's super cool. And it does a bunch of DPS. It literally does more than the Titan Present Man. What are you talking about? How could it possibly be number 3? Because it's just not that effective. I can't really put my words on it, but when I used this unit against the Easter update, it just wasn't that good. In terms of stats, analytics, and everything about it, it should be ridiculously strong. Right? It does piercing, it does AoE, so why can't it solo Easter mode? That's something that I was really scratching my head about. If you didn't watch my video yesterday, go ahead and check that out. I don't know why, but it's just something with the Mech Bunny that doesn't sit right with me. It's a great unit, it's a super strong unit, but I can't place it above the Titan Present Man. This might be the hottest take of this entire video, but let me know what you guys think down below. But for those reasons, basically purely my own bias and experience, yeah, Mech Bunny's gonna come in at number 3. And that's obviously gonna leave the Titan Present Man to be the number 2 unit. The Titan Present Man does do less DPS than that of the mech, and it is also way more easy to access than that of the mech. It's actually the easiest godly to access. It's actually easier to get than the Cupid Bow Woman. So why is it so high up on the list? Well, you see, it's a super solid foundation unit. You can put it on pretty much any team and get far. You can rely on his massive DPS and his massive Present Bomb that can randomly do 500,000 damage per second to carry you anywhere. His upgrades kind of cost a ridiculous amount, and that's kind of why a lot of people undermine him. He also only has a range of 40, which compared to the Mech Bunny is a little bit lower. However, I just find him to be ultimately more reliable in situations, and for some reason, I put him up at number 2. Like I said, these 2 could easily be flipped on any person's list. Regardless of this, I think number 1 is absolutely solidified on this list. So let's head on over there right now. And we're in the marketplace because this is a unit I don't have, but I wish I had. What crate unit could possibly be so rare that Hoplas doesn't have? Hoplas, you have every unit. What could possibly be number 1? And to me, that is going to be none other than the Titan Clover Man. The Titan Clover Man, out of everyone on this list, does in fact have the highest DPS of 65,600, and he also has a range of 55. He's hands down probably the best crate unit, not probably, he is the best crate unit that's ever been added to this game. Not only that, but he has a unique ability that will probably never get done again. He has the ability to place down these massive barriers, or rather, lucky blocks, that block certain toilets in all toilets' way and do damage to them, much similarly to, if not exactly, like that of the Scientist TV Man. It's a unit that I think is used actually in most meta builds, and a unit that I wish I had, but it costs 16,000 gems, and I don't have 16,000 gems. Considering it's less rare than that of the Spider TV, but it does way more, you should definitely spend your gems on getting him over the Spider TV Man. I don't think this is a hot take at all. I think everyone expected to see the Titan Clover here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys agreed with this list. This is one of the most time I've spent in a list in a very long time. This was kind of tricky, mainly because it's hard to find everything, and since I didn't have access to everything, I didn't want to get anything wrong, but I'm actually very confident and very happy and satisfied where this list ended up ultimately being. So make sure you leave a like if you agree, and if you disagree, leave a comment down below explaining to me why, what you would change. I would completely understand. This is up to my own bias and my own preference. That is where I'm going to put the units today, as I literally wasted my double egg boost this entire episode. But if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe. We are trying to get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and check out my other channel if you want to see some other fun Roblox related content. Check out the video that's currently on the screen if you want to keep up with all the skeleton related content, and I'll hopefully see you guys again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, and bye!